Hey everyone, and welcome. So you're looking to tackle the ISTQB's new certification for testing with generative AI? Well, you are in exactly the right place. We're about to walk through the entire CT-GenAI syllabus together, breaking it all down to give you a super clear roadmap so you can walk into that exam feeling confident. So, let's just ask the big question right up front. Are you ready to become a certified expert in AI-powered testing? Because let's be real, this isn't just another line on your resume. This is a huge step in future-proofing your career in QA, and we're gonna help you nail it.
All right, here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with a quick guide to GenAI testing. Then, we'll dive right into the bedrock, the foundations from Chapter 1. After that, we'll spend some serious time on the most important skill, mastering prompt engineering from Chapter 2. From there, we'll talk about managing risks, peek at the infrastructure from Chapters 4 and 5, and then wrap it all up with a solid strategy to ace your exam. Let's get into it.
Okay, first up, Chapter 1, all about understanding the foundations. You know, it's like building a house. You can't put up the walls until you've poured a solid foundation. This chapter gives you those essential building blocks for everything that comes next. So let's break down the AI family tree, because you're definitely going to see this on the exam. Think of it this way. Symbolic AI is like a basic calculator. It only knows the rules we program into it. Classical machine learning is kind of like a smart intern who needs you to point out what's important. Deep learning is the intern who can figure out what's important all on their own. And generative AI, that's the intern who not only gets it, but can write a whole new report for you. Understanding that jump from just following rules to actually creating things is absolutely key.
Okay, get your mental highlighters out, because these three terms, you've got to know them cold. The large language model, or LLM, that's the engine, the brain of the whole operation. Tokenization is how that brain reads. It chops up our sentences into little pieces called tokens. And the context window, that's the AI's short-term memory. Seriously, imagine you could only remember the last few things someone said. If the conversation gets too long, you forget the beginning. That's the context window. These aren't just buzzwords, they're fundamental.
So our foundation is set, we know what it is, now we need to figure out how to actually talk to it. And that brings us right to Chapter 2, Mastering Prompt Engineering. Now I want you to lean in for this part. The official syllabus dedicates a whopping 365 minutes to this chapter. That's not a typo, that's a massive signal telling you that this is the absolute heart of the certification, and you can bet the exam is going to be packed with it. So, what's the secret to getting the AI to do what you want? It all comes down to structure. The syllabus gives us 6 key ingredients for the perfect prompt. Think of it like a recipe. You need a role, some context, a clear instruction, your input data, any constraints, and the output format you want. Just telling the AI you are an expert penetration tester. That's the role, and it completely changes the game. Nailing this 6-part structure is how you go from getting clumsy answers to precise, useful results. Okay, let's talk tactics. You've got 2 main moves in your prompt playbook, zero shot and few shot. Zero shot is basically just asking a question and seeing what happens, but few shot, this is a game changer for testers. This is where you give the AI a couple of examples of what you want. Say you need test cases written in Gherkin. You just show it 1 or 2, and boom, it'll spit out the rest in the exact same format. Knowing when to just ask versus when to show an example is a core skill they'll test you on. Look, anyone can get an answer from an AI, but we're testers, right? Our job is to be skeptical. So when you get a response, you need to put it through the ringer. Ask yourself, is there enough diversity here, or did it miss the weird edge cases? What's the execution success rate? Does this code even run? Is it relevant to what I actually asked? And most importantly, is it accurate? You can never, ever just copy-paste. You have to verify. That critical mindset is what separates a good tester from a great one. Okay, so you know how to talk to it, and you know how to check its homework. But what happens when it goes completely off the rails? That brings us to Chapter 3, Managing Critical GenAI Risks. And this isn't about being scared of the technology. It's about being a professional who understands that with great power comes great responsibility. Using AI powerfully means using it responsibly. All right, let's talk about the #1 risk you're going to hear about, hallucinations. This is a must-know term. It's when the AI just confidently makes stuff up. And what makes it so dangerous is that it sounds totally plausible. The grammar is perfect, the tone is confident, but the information is just flat out wrong. Your job as the human in the loop is to be the fact checker. And here is a perfect, concrete example right from a sample exam question.
Imagine asking an AI to write test cases for your e-commerce site, and it gives you this test case about a wish list. Sounds reasonable, right? The only problem is your site doesn't have a wish list feature. It was never in the requirements. The AI just invented it out of thin air. That is a classic hallucination, and you need to be able to spot it a mile away. But it's not just about weird, made-up features. There are some serious security risks to keep on your radar. There's data poisoning, where bad actors mess with the training data. There's data exfiltration, which is tricking the AI into leaking secret info. And then there's shadow AI. Honestly, this one is probably happening in your company right now. It's when your coworker pastes a chunk of sensitive code into a public AI tool to get help debugging it, accidentally creating a massive security hole. Recognizing these threats is just as important as writing a good prompt.
Okay, so we know the concepts, we're aware of the risks. Now for the big question. How do we actually do this in a real organization, safely and effectively? That's what chapters 4 and 5 are all about. This is where we go from theory to practice.
Now here's a technical concept that sounds complicated but is actually a brilliant solution to a lot of these problems. It's called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. The best way to think about it is this. It's like giving the AI an open book test, but you're giving it the exact book it needs to answer your question. Instead of relying on its vast general knowledge, RAG forces the AI to base its answers on your specific documents, your requirements, your user stories. It's a fantastic way to fight hallucinations and keep the AI grounded in your reality.
So how does a whole team get started with this? Well, you don't just flip a switch. The syllabus lays out a really smart 3-phase roadmap. Phase 1 is discovery. This is the sandbox phase. You're just playing around, experimenting, and seeing what's possible. Phase 2 is initiation, where you get serious and start picking real, high-value use cases. And Phase 3 is utilization, where GenAI becomes a standard part of your toolkit. But see that last word there, iteration? That's the key. It's a constant cycle of using, measuring, and improving.
All right, deep breath. We have journeyed through the entire syllabus, from the absolute fundamentals to big picture strategy. Now for the payoff. Let's talk about how you're going to pull all this together and walk out of that testing center with a pass. Here are your 3 keys to success. First, know how you need to know things. Some stuff you just need to memorize, like key terms. Some things you need to understand, like the AI spectrum. And some things you need to be able to apply, like writing a few-shot prompt. Study accordingly. Second, and I'm going to say it one last time, master prompt engineering. Chapter 2 is king. Live it, breathe it. And third, always think in terms of risk. When you're reading a scenario question, put your tester hat on and ask, what's the worst that could happen here? That question will point you to the right answer almost every time.
And there you have it. That's the complete roadmap. From the basic ideas to the hands-on techniques to the critical risks, you now have the full picture. You're armed with the structure you need to study smart and walk into that exam ready to go. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Getting this certification, it's not really about passing a test. It's about getting a skill set that puts you right at the cutting edge of our entire profession. The tools are here, and now you have the mat. So the only question left is, how are you going to use these skills to shape the future of testing? Good luck, you've got this.